My name is Andrew Ryan. Let me ask you something. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? Knows the man in Washington it belongs to the poor. Knows as the man in the Vatican it belongs to God. Knows as the man in Moscow it belongs to everyone.
Hello there. Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be talking about Bioshock. I'm going to be talking about my own experience and some other things just to do with the game. So, I missed the chair. uh, okay, so what I want to talk about today is the most important part in Bioshock, or at least the most memorable in the first one. And that one is, of course, the one that takes place in the offices of Andrew Ryan. This is your spoiler warning, so if you haven't played the game, it's almost 20 years old, come on. But you should play it. It's pretty good. You finally killed enough Big Daddies to make the EMP bomb, to overload the system and get into Andrew Ryan's office. Andrew Ryan, you think? What a vile, despicable man. He not only made this horrible town under the sea, he killed Atlas's family, your friend's family, right in front of both of you. You're here to escape Rapture, but right now, you're here to kill Andrew Ryan. Once you finally make it in, it's not what you were expecting. There's a vending machine, some robots, but no people in sight. The door to the next room has been blocked, but you find a vent next to it. After you crawl through, you find there's just a little metal thing between you and the next room. And you break it, and you fall into a very, very strange room. Maybe the first thing you notice in the room is all the goodies, all the little Eve and bullets you can take in there. I mean, this is the end of the game. Andrew Ryan's probably in the next room. You're gonna have to do something with those. But the thing that stands out about this room, and something that makes you a little uneasy, are the words on the wall. The words that read, "Would you kindly?" It's a familiar phrase, but still a little strange. Underneath it are some tapes, and those tapes are about mind control. Mind control. I think that's a little strange. There hasn't really been anything about that in the game so far. The final tape details how a child breaks a dog's neck. Its own dog's neck, screaming and crying, even against its own will, because the doctor asked it, "Would you kindly?" You start to think, and eventually you remember someone said that to you. It was Atlas. But you think, he can't be mind controlling me. I mean, I'm the player. I have the controller. I am controlling Jack, the character that is in the world. I mean, I could have harvested the little sisters. I could have killed different people, used different guns, gotten different upgrades. I am in control. How would he be mind controlling me? You push it out of your mind as you go into the next room. The next room is dark, but a light quickly flicks on. It's on the next room. Between those rooms is a large wall that's almost entirely glass. And on the other side, you see a man. The man you've been looking for. The man whose voice you heard at the beginning of the game, Andrew Ryan. He steps forward and asks you something. What's the difference between a man and a slave? A man chooses. A slave obeys. You stop and think. Then I'm a man. This may be a linear game, but there are clearly choices. There are different paths to take, and I chose my own path. I choose, therefore I am a man. Suddenly your life flashes before your eyes. A farm, a family, a plane crash. The door to the next room opens and Andrew Ryan steps to the front of it, holding his golf club. Wait, what does that mean, you think? Am I even a real person? Am I a man? Am I a slave? If I'm a slave, then who's my master? Those thoughts fill your head as you walk to the door, standing in front of Andrew Ryan. Would you kindly stop? He says, and you stop. Your worst fears realized. Flashes and flashes of every time Atlas has said, would you kindly, would you kindly, would you kindly? Every mission, every single stage, every voice line, it's all, would you kindly? Andrew Ryan then asks you to sit, and you sit, to stand, and you stand, and finally, to kill. And you take his golf club and bash his head in with it. And with his head spewing blood all over the floor, you can only look down at your hands and say, what am I? Andrew Ryan was able to maintain control of everything, even as you were bashing his head in with his own golf club. There's just something so perfect about a linear game having its twist to do with mind control. It's just pretty great. Also, during the Andrew Ryan confrontation thing, there's a part where control is taken from the player. It turns into like a cutscene, but it's still in first person. So it's like you are still the character, but you can't do anything, which is just a very like interesting way of going about a video game, because it's a deconstruction of what it actually means to do objectives in a video game. Like, if someone tells you to do something, you do it. The game can't progress without it. Some games are different, like an open world game like Fallout New Vegas or something, but what? Red Dead Redemption? Yeah, that too. But it's like a video game. What does it mean to do what you're told? You have to, or you can't continue playing. It just works a lot. I don't think the twist could work for anything but a video game, or at least not as well, because you're watching a movie, it's like, oh, he's mind controlled. That's pretty crazy. I wouldn't have expected that. Oh, I was reading a book, he's mind controlled. Pretty crazy. Maybe I wasn't expecting that. But in a game, when you feel like you're in control, having that taken away from you is just powerful. And it's in this world that's spooky, it's scary, it's depressing, it's Bioshock. It's scary, it's surprising. It's scary, it's surprising, it's Bioshock. Okay. Okay, we're good. So originally, when I was planning out this video, I wanted to make the meat of it about like the philosophy and the ideas and criticisms that Bioshock presents against certain other ideas. But pretty early on into my research, I found a video by Monty Zander that is 2 hours long and goes through everything and more that I was going to say in mine. So I was a little sad. Am I echoing? I linked that video in the description, so you guys can watch it. I would recommend it because I was sad that I wasn't the one bringing it up, but then I watched all 3 of his 2-hour-long Bioshock videos, and I was like, they're really good. So yeah. But I did find one thing that he didn't say in the video that I have seen a lot when discussing Bioshock. And that really just has to do with the nature of fiction as criticism. Some background. Bioshock is basically a response to Ayn Rand's book, Atlas Shrugged. Atlas Shrugged is about an underwater city where the best people, or the strongest, most wealthy, smartest people are brought to the city by the leader guy. And in the city, they live under objectivism. This is a ideology, worldview thing that Ayn Rand thought was the most moral. So like, no government, lack of regulation, selfishness as a virtue, those are all things that objectivism likes. So that is a huge oversimplification of both Atlas Shrugged and objectivism. But for our purposes, that's all you really need to know. If you want to learn more about that, you can watch that video that I linked by Monty Zander. He talks a lot about that. Or you could like look it up. So let's get back to it. People say that Bioshock isn't a good critique of objectivism or Atlas Shrugged because of its insane premise. And, I mean...
Oh God, you sick fuck, let me out of there!
That's 3 of 4. What's that look? You don't like it, do you? I don't need to be judged by you, by anyone. Screw you! Screw all you fucking doubters! Here's what I say to all of you! Fly away, little moth! Fly!
So yeah, Bioshock is a pretty outlandish premise. But again, is that the point? Does that make it a bad critique? The writers of Bioshock aren't saying that this is literally going to happen, or it's likely going to happen, or even can happen. But they are saying that within the system, within objectivism and libertarianism, the capitalism to a lesser extent, it can. Not meaning the plasmids and the big daddies are going to come about tomorrow, but that the power dynamic, the wealth disparity, all of these things will happen if this city was really made. If Atlas Shrugged, Glotz Gulch, if Glotz Gulch was made, yeah, it would be like Bioshock, according to the writers of Bioshock. To truly understand what Bioshock is trying to say, you have to look at it, you have to think about it, you have to engage with it. Just dismissing out of hand is just Again, shallow. The point is, fiction is powerful and can show real-world concepts and have real criticism that should be taken seriously. It doesn't mean fiction's always right, but at the very least, it tells you something about who made it. Also, video games are a valid form of art. I don't know why people have a problem with that. But